I'm very much honored to be awarded the Goethe Medal, together with two distinguished individuals, Ms. Lee Yuan and Mr. David van Leeuwenhoek. I would like to express my thanks to the jury for including me among this year's awardees. The long-standing, fruitful cooperation between the Goethe Institute and my organization, Anadolu Kültür, must have been an important factor in the jury's decision. Therefore, I would like to share this honor with my colleagues who made important contributions to our joint projects, in particular Asena Günal, who has successfully steered Anadolu Kültür in my absence. In the face of the haunting problems of today, wars, acts of aggression, migration, and oppressive policies, I believe that it is more important than ever to stand up and work for the advent of a genuinely universalist humanism. For those of us who believe that the mental and emotional bridges necessary for the realization of this ideal could be constructed through arts and literature, the writings of Goethe have a special meaning and relevance in the context of the realities of our times. As you all know, Maestro Barenbaum, who received the Goethe Medal in 2007, and Edward Said, when they formed an orchestra bringing together young Jewish and Arab musicians, were inspired by Goethe's West Eastern Divan, a magnificent literary intellectual bridge between Western and Eastern poetry, revealing the shared sensitivities and values of humanity. Anadolu Kültür's project to organize a Turkish-Armenian youth orchestra, which participated in the Young Euro Classic Festival held in Berlin, was motivated by the meaningful initiatives of Said and Barenbaum. During my stay in prison, I had the chance to read more of Goethe's work, and an inspiring article by Professor Jeremy Adler, The Genealogy of Human Dignity. As Adler writes, Goethe introduced a universalist content to this concept by grounding it in the autonomy of the individual. The conceptualization of dignity as a human attribute that grows, changes, and develops in an organic manner to achieve its full potential in body and mind first appeared in Goethe's writings. In Wilhelm Meister's apprenticeship, it is possible to see that for Goethe, the existence of a vibrant cultural environment, participation in cultural activity, and the possibility of access to works of art and literature created in societies other than one's own appear as essential elements contributing to such an organic self-development. Respect for human dignity became a universal norm after the Second World War in light of the Holocaust experience and other collective crimes committed against humanity. The concept served to provide a secure basis for human rights and contributed to its expansion. Human rights have in time come to be understood in terms of the realization of the social, economic, and cultural conditions necessary for the full development of human faculties in harmony with the social environment. As Adler notes, this is an axiom which echoes Goethe's concept of organic self-development in its close association with dignity. In its new content, dignity empowers the individual against the state, adding a moral value to his or her citizenship. However, despite the universalization of human dignity and the stipulations asserting its inviolability in domestic laws and international covenants, grave violations of human dignity continue, particularly in war zones and through the practices of political prosecution under anti-democratic regimes. But such assaults from the outside would not necessarily result in destroying an individual's self-dignity. Even under such conditions, the sense of one's dignity continues to be empowering and helps the individual to maintain his or her strength to resist oppression and persecution. I would like to point out the contribution of literature, not only to the conceptualization of dignity, but also, and perhaps more significantly, to the transmission of the feelings and sensibilities that enable the internalization of the concept. This has been my experience in prison. For me, the Goethe Medal will be a symbol evoking and reinforcing all the meanings of human dignity.